Hello everybody, let's have a look at XRP then, shall we? We've got to work out what's going on with this because it's so volatile these days. It's kind of very difficult to work out exactly how to play it. But what I would say is that there's a few things to look at, and this is how we're going to play it. But before we do that, I just want to let you know that if you're interested in doing the trading bots, I've got a trading bot link below. Join my Telegram. Lots of us are doing it now. Lots of us are making some decent money. And also, if you're trading with Binance, I have a link for you here to set up a Binance account. Even if you're using Binance, you can set up another one, and this one will give you 20% off all your fees for life. So you get all your commission paid back to you at 20%, and it just keeps coming back into your account on every single trade that you do. And that'll last for a lifetime. So if you're already trading with Binance, you might want to consider setting up a new account for this one. You only need to verify with an email and Google Authenticator to create a new account. So long as you're not buying and selling in fiat currency, you can have as many Binance accounts as you like. So definitely something I would consider if I were you, especially if you're serious about trading crypto. You might as well save as much money as possible on your fees. So this is the deal with XRP. XRP basically having the giant move up here, and this was the consolidation on the daily, bringing us down healthily to the 50 exponential. Now I was expecting them to come back down to the 200 exponential as we did last time. Kind of underestimated the power of XRP at this point now, as a FOMO is really getting real. Last time we had this big pump, we came back down and reaccumulated over a period of time on the 200 and on the 50. So now it would appear that we're riding the 50. I would now expect, if we continue with this bullish trend, that we'll be riding the 10 exponential from this point forward. So the 10 exponential being this this orange peachy color here, which we are currently above, and we're also above the center of the Bollinger Band. That's be the 20 daily moving average. So what I've done now is I've put in this pitchfork tool to give us a rough estimate, an idea as if we continue to be bullish, when we'll know if there's a problem or not. And the problem will only appear if we break out of this. Well, we had one of these for Bitcoin on my live stream, and Bitcoin decided to not respect the resistances and went straight all the way up, had a wick into the top area here, and is now closing within this zone here. So perhaps we should be looking during this alt season for something similar to take place with XRP. So long as we're above this uptrending level of, which is basically support, everything's good. Everything will be good. So this means that if we were to break down now, the green 50 exponential will catch us, and also would the with the pitchfork tool. Now if we go on a longer term time frame to see where this is going to take us to what I would expect to be the very top of the bull market, and this is just a prediction of how this will play out into 2022. This is really quite interesting, because this brings us up to about 6, maybe even 8 months ago, a while ago, when it was an unpopular thing to talk about. I made a video on the market cycle and made an analysis on realistic price predictions for XRP by 2022, and my price predictions were as low, and the lowest one was about $4.20 or $4.50, and the highest was about $6.80. And if we look at this now, if we come to 2022, our lowest area here is going to be about $4.90, and the highest is going to be $5.50. Now we're expecting parabolic moves, so I would expect this trend line to break at some point, especially if we go parabolic at the end of the market cycle, which kind of makes sense at this point now, that this is the trend that we should be going within. I'm not saying we're going to be in here exactly. This gives us a trajectory of where XRP is likely to be headed over the next 12-month period. So for those who think that we're going to go straight all the way up to $10 or something in the next few months, that's not how it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to follow this channel exactly either, but this is a rough trend line, a trajectory of how this market cycle is going to play out, and the end goal is around about these levels, between $4.50 and $6.50. That would be my exit point. Now obviously this is a 12-month period, anything can happen within there, but this is where I'm expecting it to how it's going to play out, the rough kind of trajectory that it will play out in. And it's just interesting that it corresponds to my original analysis, which was done basically by taking previous market cycles, calculating them with market caps, and you'll have to watch the video, but it is interesting that it kind of comes to the same figures. So it's nice to see those things match up, a nice bit of confluence. So for the moment, I'm very happy with the way XRP is performing. If we stay above the 20 daily moving average, then we have every chance of moving up into these levels here. Probably, you know, like I say, it all very much depends on this next alt season, but it's definitely got a lot of power and a lot of momentum to break through each one of these. If it behaves like the way that Bitcoin just behaved, then it will take us all the way up to this top area here. So we're talking areas like 90 cent would be the next big pump, and if we did have a wick all the way up to 90 cent, that would correspond to where I would consider to be, and again this all goes back to my market cycle analysis, 86 cent was roughly the area where it was a giant fib retracement bringing us out of the red zone, and that red zone finishes at 86 cents. So that is a very important level, a very, very strong resistance as well, and again that would kind of correspond to these kind of areas here. So I would imagine maybe the next big pump will find a wick breaking above there, but closures above 86 cent has the power to really start to make the big moves at that point there. But back in the previous market cycle in 2014, I believe, we basically were consolidating for the 3.5 year period, just like we are doing on this chart here since 2017. So it's exactly the same as this, looked exactly the same as this. And then what happened is we had the accumulation phase, we had some pumps, not quite as dramatic as this one, but we did have some pumps, but they were also fake outs, and they hit fib channels. And the fib channel, the first one it hit, was basically a giant fake out, and then it retraced massively. So what I would say is, if we did get up to this level here, so this chart is looking very, very sketchy now. If we did come up to this level here, that 86 cent zone, then I would probably imagine a massive rejection from there, and then probably remain within one of these channels, maybe even coming back down to the green 50 or even the 10 exponential, and then reaccumulating all over again at that level, because there should be a pretty significant retracement if we hit that level. But if we broke above 86 cent, then everything's going to be very bullish, and actually this pitchfork will probably get broken out of. We might have to extend the ranges. Anyway, I'm just to let you know that in the short term, you know, it's looking pretty healthy, and I imagine that this is the bottom line of our support. But if we do break and close above any of these, then everything's going to be good to go, and this channel should remain intact, and we should be all good to go for our between $4 and $6.50 target price in a 12-month period. Anyway, I will leave it with you there, but thank you for watching. Stay tuned and join my Telegram. Thanks for watching.